All right, guys, welcome to the post-game show after the Arkansas State Red Bulls took on the Oklahoma Sooners. As you can tell by the sound of my voice, it wasn't pretty. The Arkansas State Red Bulls were defeated 73-0 here in Norman, Oklahoma. And Cooper, let's go ahead and just dive right into it. What went wrong?
What went wrong, to be frank and short and simple with it, everything went wrong. I mean, we got down early, 7-0, went quick 3 and out. Punted the ball away. They take it to the house. It's 14-0. Next thing you know, it's 21-0. Oklahoma scored on 10 straight drives. They punted the ball one time today, scored on 10 straight drives, and that's why the score is 73-0. Just an absolutely poor performance from the Red Wolves today. I didn't expect a win. You know, last year when we went to Ohio State, it was kind of one of those at the end of the game. Yeah, we lost, but we had a sense of pride. We had a sense of joy, really, like something to look forward to. And just at the end of this game, it feels embarrassing, defeated, and just overall, it just sucks. This game just sucks.
Yeah, Cooper, I mean, you kind of hit the hammer on the head. The game was just pitiful for the Red Wolves. I mean, they came and they tried to do their best. You know, Coach Jones said in his post-game press conference that it was simply his fault. And, you know, we're not going to come out here and we're not going to simply criticize the man because, I mean, it is week one. They were facing a top 25 opponent. But the fact of the matter is this, is next week when the Arkansas State Red Wolves take on Memphis inside of Centennial Bank Stadium, they have to be ready. They have to look prepared. And if they're not going to be prepared, then we're going to see a lot of last year's struggles come back into fruition.
And to speak of struggles today, our Dominic Zavada, the guy that we thought was going to be our guy, missed 2 field goals. Now you can say, Butch Jones, he talked in his presser, it's 3 people. It's the snap, it's the hold, it's the kick. But to me, all 2 of those things look fine. But everything that could go wrong today went wrong. We had an early red zone appearance when it was 21-0. We could have got some points there, but we went and ran on 3rd and long. It felt like we gave up before the game even got started.
Yeah, Cooper, and you know we've been mentioning the presser a lot in this post-game sort of interview, stand-up. So let's go ahead and hear what Coach Jones had to say so our words kind of match up his.
Elevating this football team from last year. So he's done a really good job there. There was a marked difference with this football team than what we saw on video. They're tough. They're physical. I thought they out-athleted us. The speed differential is probably the most glaring I've probably seen in my career. So he's done a good job that way. But when you play a team like Oklahoma, and they're a top 25 football team for a reason, and you watch the success that they'll have this year. This is a talented football team. They challenge you in so many ways. You have to be disciplined in the details. And you have to not lose the game before you can ever win the game. And when you give up big explosive plays and special teams, when you can't get off the field on 3rd down, when you can't possess the ball, when you have untimely penalties and drop footballs, and you have lack of execution and in details, those are the things where you get exposed. If you take a play off, when you play against really good football players, you get exposed. And we got exposed today. And I am responsible for this. I know the caliber of football team that we played is very, very good, but we still talk about playing to a standard, and we did not play to a high level, to a standard of performance that we talk about. And so all we can do is learn from it. And I think it's great for a lot of our younger players of how they came out. We knew it. We knew we were going to get a deep ball within the first 4 or 5 plays of the game. We knew all that. It's the matter of executing it. But it's the meticulous attention to details, the discipline that really bothers me the most. So we'll go back. We'll really dive into who competed, who didn't compete, and move forward. But you can't let one game define who you are. We're all a byproduct of experiences. My first year as a head football coach, that was 2007. We went to Clemson, and we had a very good football team, and we lost 70-14. And it was like this. It was embarrassing. And we had a group of freshmen, Antonio Brown, J.J. Watt. We had some older players, and Nick Ballore, Dan Lefevre, some individuals that way that rallied that team. And we won a championship, and we went to a bowl game. And I think, as unfortunate and embarrassing as this is, how can we learn from this? How can we move forward? That's the only way I know, is to be able to move forward with it. But I'm responsible for it. But I have to give them a lot of credit too, because they're a damn good football team.
Yeah, Coach Jones, he said it best himself, but today he was talking about lack of discipline, lack of urgency, just lack of fight from the team. It just felt like unnecessary penalties in the red zone. I think we had 3 penalties on the PAT after a touchdown drive. You just can't have that happen. When you're already down, to just get a penalty on the PAT, there's no point. Our players, they were trash talking. You lost 73-0. I don't know why you're talking. It was pitiful. Like a dad would say to you, or a parent would say to you, I'm not mad at you, I'm disappointed.
Yeah, Cooper, and I'm sure there's going to be more thoughts once the dust settles that we'll have Tuesday live on Red Wolf Roundtable. But, going back to this next game against Memphis real quick before we wrap it up, if the lack of urgency isn't fixed, if the discipline isn't handled, and quite frankly, if the penalties don't stop here in Norman, then quite frankly, guys, we're going to be in for a long season. But for that, I just want to once again thank everybody at the School of Media and Journalism, Mr. Dustin Sullivan, Dr. Brad Rollins, Dr. Hogue, everybody that made this trip possible for us. And guys, like I mentioned previously, we will have more takes and breakdowns live this Tuesday on Red Wolf Roundtable, only on ASU-TV.